All right, everyone, welcome to the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series season opener, Daytona 250. After we ran the Clash the last week, we are back at Daytona for the 250-mile season opener here tonight. And a big shout out to everybody on board. We'll get to qualifying in a moment, but of course, a big shout out to Grid Finder. Again, Grid Finder, find your place on the grid. Grid Finder is the home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every single sim we have every day of the week across the globe. Browse through over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, a set of course, ACC, R Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. Looking for a commentator or streamer like myself for your racing broadcast, or a designer for your next livery? Go to Grid Finder. Has all the talent in one place. Again, folks, find your place on the grid. Big shout out to Future Designs as well for being on board the Builder's Choice. Next Level Racing. Take your racing to the next level with Next Level Racing. And Warrior Laps, of course, looking to stand out on the track, check out Warrior Laps. Custom paints and logos. We pride ourselves on excellent customer service, and with 4 painters on staff, you're going to get yourself a quick turnaround time as well. And we're going to get ready to go racing here tonight at Daytona for the season opener here this evening. Qualifying underway right now. Bruce right now top of the board. Great qualifying effort for Mr. Bruce. Top of the board in the 15 machine. And we're getting ready to get this thing underway again. 250 miles here tonight. We ran 125 last Saturday night for the Clash. And just a refresh from last week, it was Josh getting the win. Bruce second, Luke G. Duran got in third. Fourth was Nicholas Post, and Lawrence right there, well, he was fifth. That was your top 5 here. Bruce top of the board. We take a look now. And something cool I want to show you guys. This will be your driver's stats bar that will fill out throughout the season. See Michael right there on track. We'll go through some of these people as we get ready to go. You got Lawrence right there out of Greenville, North Carolina, grabbing the pole right now. Brian Underwood there as well. Andrew back here, of course, out of New York. There's the hometown for that driver of the 89 machine. You got Jim back here out of Illinois. Again, that is Jim right there in the 47 machine. Skyler there out of Florence, Alabama. And again, all this stuff will kind of, we'll get it to where we'll fill in their stats throughout the season as well as their hometown. But right now it's Clint top of the board at the moment. So looks like Clint's going to go to the top of the board there in that number 87 machine with a minute left in qualifying here tonight. Man, oh man, we are going to have a heck of a show here tonight. 50 seconds left on the board for this 150 or 250 mile event, 100 laps for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes series here on Extreme Sim TV. And everybody ready to go. As you see, checkered flag out on qualifying here tonight. We are ready for tonight's event. Here we go. Here is your starting lineup brought to you by Royer Ramps. That's Clint Roberts getting the pole, Russell in second. Here for the starting lineup, Michael Bustle and Brian Underwood third and fourth. Lawrence there in fifth alongside Bruce in sixth. Seventh is going to be Alan Wilson, Benjamin Shelton eighth. Ninth is going to be Jim Mark Morton there 10th. 11th is going to be Andrew right there out of New York, of course, alongside Luke G. Duran out of Augusta, Georgia. Rolling off 7th here tonight, that's Skyler in Florence, Alabama, and Mr. Tristan out of Kentucky. Row number 8, Jacob there out of Litchfield, Kentucky, alongside Ben Cole. 17th, Nicholas Post out of New York, and Josh Darrow, last week's winner, out of North Carolina as well. Right there as well, the 19 machine, Cody Deckard, right there out of Litchfield, Kentucky, rounding out this 10 rows of cars here tonight, getting ready to go green flag racing here tonight. So here we go, 100 laps ready to go green flag racing here this evening. Here we go as we come to green this time by. And here we go, get ready to go back green flag racing once again. And get ready to go green once again. Coming to green one more time, coming to green. Here we go to get the season underway for the WOCRL Stars and Stripes Series Daytona 250 here tonight. I want to thank WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series for coming on board for the season. 100 laps here tonight. Your race distance here. And will we see Luke G. Duran back up there at the front of the field? What about Benjamin right here as well? What kind of run will he have in the number 9 machine here tonight? And we'll get ready to go racing here once again in just a moment. Should be a fun night overall here from Daytona International Speedway. Get ready to get this thing underway here tonight. Again, getting the season off to a good start here. Very important for all these drivers. So everybody coming to green this time by. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Lap 1 of 100. Great start here up front. You see the field double file. Russell, Brian Underwood, Jacob there as well as Ben Cole. All up here at the front of the pack. Russell leading into turn 1. Outside of him, Brian Underwood there. The 77 machine that started 4th. Everybody working their way through. Clint up front. Russell second. Down the back straightaway as we get the cars up to speed for lap number 1 here tonight. So lap 1 of 100, top lane coming alive. That's Russell leading. And again, we can't really bump draft to the last 10 laps here. Not really a great idea to bump draft in these cars in general, but you cannot even try it to the last 10 laps here tonight. Field double file here as they work their way down past the start finish line here tonight. 2 of 100 complete out front. Russell now breaking away. He's got help with the 77 McClint. Brian Underwood, Lawrence right there. Michael Bustle hanging on in the 15. Lawrence in 5th. Bruce Parsons in 6th. Alan Wilson 7th. Benjamin Shelton 8th. Mark Morton in 9th. Jim there in 10th right now. In that number 12 machine, Luke G. Duran falling back a little ways off of Jim. Tristan Paris working his way through in that 10 machine. Jacob there as well as Ben Cole. Everybody fighting through lap number 1. Everybody up to speed right now. Great start to the evening here from the Daytona International Speedway. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here on Extreme Sim TV tonight. As we are all up to speed right now. We got a long way to go. 3 of 100 complete. Double file up front. Top lane gonna come ahead with Russell again. The 87 McClint. Roberts really trying to work the bottom. Now the top will come down to that inside line. And on board right now with Clint Roberts as we turn lap number 4 this time by. Field out front, you see everybody working their way through contact. We got smoke. We got a car around and we got the big one. Yellow is out as they come down the front straightaway. Huge incident. We'll go take a look at it. Big wreck out of turn 4 early on. Wow. So they came out of turn 4 and we'll take a look here. See if we can see what happened. We just changed the camera over as all heck broke loose middle of the pack. Man, you don't expect to see the big one this early on as they came out of turn number 4. And this is going to be a ton of cars. Car just gets loose. Wow. Big impact. That's the 12 around. Look at everybody scatter. The 8 up there in the mix. Benjamin through the grass here. So Josh, last week's winner, made it through it, but what a mess. One more look at it here as they came out of turn 4. Look at the 83 here. Holy moly. They were coming around. We'll go on board with the 83 machine as they came out of turn 4 here. This was an absolute mess. We're actually going to be a lap back from when this happens. The racing up near the front was pretty intense as we were right on board right now at Tristan Paris. And all this is going to happen in front of Tristan. And you can see it once again here. This was absolutely a melee out of turn number 4. Probably half the field or more is going to be on the hook after this one here tonight. And early on here even. Just 5 laps complete. And a big melee out of turn 4 that really affected probably more than half this field here tonight. Looking right in front of Tristan, what he sees, full speed. Smoke, more smoke. And Tristan just, they never got checked up behind Tristan. And that just added to the carnage. The 20 Duran gets through it somehow. Yeah, see, that's the 22, one of the first cars. We'll go on board with him. That was Bruce, one of the first ones that got jacked around in that one. Let's ride on board here with Bruce. Man, something good. They were side by side. A little bit of contact got Bruce sideways, and that just triggered this whole carnage. And it wasn't too bad till Tristan came along there, was on the brakes, and they just never could get checked up behind them. So one more look at it here. Wow, just what can you say? As they come off the corner, one more look at it in slow-mo here. They're just going to make some contact here. Not even really touch one another. Car starts to come around and you're going to see the contact coming right up. As the car steps out, comes down the racetrack and makes that right rear contact. Car's going to shoot back up the racetrack. And this is really where the problem begins. As the car is getting jacked back to the right, the 12 has nowhere to go. And it's just going to be carnage. I mean, look at contact there. Car comes around, nothing you can do. This is just a big mess here on the front straightaway. And here comes everybody else along with it. You can see as he spins around. There's Tristan getting rear-ended by the 83. He was going to be all right. That definitely brought out the first yellow of the evening here early on at Daytona. We'll get ready for another restart. 6 of 100 laps complete. They're going to have to be careful here. You're already using your fast repair early on. Getting collected there in that incident. That could be huge. And we'll get ready back to green flag once again here tonight. 6 to 100 laps complete. So we'll get ready for another restart here at the Daytona International Speedway for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series here on Extreme Sim TV. Race number 1 of the season here tonight. And we'll get ready to go at it once again. Seven on the board. Green flag back in the air. Back underway at Daytona. Seven on the board this time by everybody back up to speed once again. Fighting their way through here at Daytona International Speedway. Everybody back up to speed. Trouble turn 1. Again, a car getting loose here. Everybody's scattering right now. That's the 4 on the apron. Luke G. Duran in that machine. 7 of 100 complete here tonight. Right now, leading the way is Brian Underwood in that 77 machine. The 87 of Clint there, right there behind him. Jim in third, Lawrence there in fourth. Cody Deckard having a great run. Let's take a look at Mr. Deckard having a wonderful run here tonight. Take a look at Mr. Deckard right there. There is Mr. Cody Deckard right now having a wonderful run in fifth right now. Deckard doing a great job hanging on right there in that number 97 machine and doing a wonderful job right now. Up front is a couple of more cars. And everybody fighting their way through here. 8 of 100 complete here tonight. So it's 8 of 100 in the books. Everybody gathering it back up here right now. Up front, Lawrence leads the way. And taking a look, Lawrence leading right now. Really, he's got a strong car with the 77 of Brian Underwood behind him. Those two pulling away quite yet. Again, 250 miles tonight at Daytona. Lawrence leads, Brian Underwood second. Clint Roberts third. Fourth right now is Jim. Fifth, Tristan Paris. That is your top 5 breaking away right now. Cody Deckard in sixth. 7th is Ben Cole. What about Skylar Grissom? Right there in 8th. 9th is Mark Morton. Mark Morton hanging on right now. Jake up there as well. Nicholas Post. Everybody hanging on so far. These drivers right now just trying to get in line and ride after the major one that we had just a little bit ago is the 9 leads here at Daytona. Not lifting at all. Staying up front. Commanding this race lead right now is that number 9 machine leading here at Daytona right now. Top side, here goes the 47, big run to the top. Here comes Jim, big run to the top of the racetrack. Trying to make it work, nowhere to go, it'll get stalled out. Again, you can't really bump draft in these cars. I want to get you the interval ticker up, mightn't I? That would help a little bit, but right now, top side of the racetrack. Everybody continuing to run right now. 10 of 100 laps complete here tonight at Daytona. So 90 laps to go for the drivers of the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series in the Daytona 250. If you just joined us, big incident back a few laps ago. And while we got a break in the action, let's see if we can actually go back and take a look at what happened here. Back, and we'll see try to see if we can see what happened. Yep, right here. So, if we go back and we look, this was the incident earlier on in the race. It was back on lap 11. When the craziness or lap 2, when the craziness took place, that really upset the field. Again, if you just joined us, that happened back on lap 2 in this race. And a lot of cars were involved in that one. But up front, with 12 complete of this one. Right now it is Lawrence leading, Jim in second, field down the back straightaway once again. Great racing so far tonight over the first 12 laps. Lawrence and Jim side by side for the race lead. The 47 top side can't do much right now, but staying right in touch on that top lane right now, doing a pretty good job. Again, on board with Jim right now, started ninth here tonight, up to third on the top side right now. Wow, Jim doing a wonderful job hanging on here tonight. Lawrence leading right now out front. Everybody following in line right now down the back straightaway. 13 of 100 laps completed tonight. Taking a look back through the field, let's take a look at somebody like a Mark Morton, who was caught up in that original incident, right now running 12th, just trying to keep that 12 car alive. Josh right there in front of him as well in the number 5 machine. Right now, 14 of 100 complete. Lawrence out front, leading the way right now. $15 on the board this time by Underwood right there as well in this lead pack. Clint Roberts, who started out front here tonight. Tristan Paris fighting through on the top side as well in the number 10 Home Depot machine. Remember, he was involved in the massive incident back on lap 2 as well. Everybody fighting their way through here at the Daytona International Speedway. 15 laps to go. 15 to go here at Daytona. Lawrence out front. Everyone else behind them. Brian Underwood there as well. Jim, Clint Roberts, everybody fighting their way through. 15 on the board. There is Kristen there in the mix as well. Great battle up front. 16 laps on the board. Double file now. Top lane getting a run. That's the 47 getting the push out of the 10 there as they roll through 1 and 2. Again, we've got a long way to go here tonight. You got to take care of these corners. 100 laps, 250 miles, folks. It's not as easy as it looks. On your screen right now, the field working now, getting single file for a little bit here. And I want to thank all 11 of you in chat right now. Great to have y'all out here tonight for what is sure to be a great race here. We ran the Clash last week, and again, it was Josh and Bruce coming home 1 and 2 with Luke getting third. And we're going to see if those cars can get back up there. Here in the long run, there is Luke way back there. Josh right now, our Clash winner, sitting in 5th, or in 11th right now behind the 48 of Nicholas Post. And you got to think to yourself, you know, if you're Josh, if you're some of these guys back here, you're just sitting back here taking your time. After that first big incident of the night, back on lap number 2. We're working lap 18 right now. Lawrence to the race lead. Engine number 9 taking over with the 77 of Brian Underwood with it. So early on here, folks, let's go to crank it up early in this one. Here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. We'll get ready for the green flag stops. It should be coming up pretty soon here at Daytona. All right, back here live with you. That's the 90 Lawrence leading. Jim in second. Struck back through the field a little bit. Let's take a look at Cody Decker back here in eighth in that number 97 machine. You see Cody Decker there driving that 97 machine right now, scored at eighth. Martin Morton back here as well. 20 laps going on the board this time by. We've already got our car on pit road. That is Mr. Benjamin right now on pit road. Luke G. Duran there on pit road as well. And some cars coming down for their stops pretty early here tonight. So 19 of 20 or 19 of 100 complete. If you stop it right at lap 20, it's going to be 20, 40, 80, 100, 20 lap runs all the way across with 4 runs apiece. 20 of 100 complete here tonight. Twenty of 100 complete. Jim second right now. Brian Underwood right there. Skylar Grissom right there in the mix as well. Great front of this pack, keeping it nice and orderly, double file. 20 laps complete here. Ben Cole back here in the 10 machine. Ben having a good run as well. Or excuse me, Ben in the 83, not the 10, my bad. As we continue to run right now. So that's the way we run, 22 laps complete. Let's go with our chopper cam for a moment. Great racing up front. You see everybody hanging on in line right now. Nobody really taking any major risk as we slowly come towards green flag stops. The 48 here, Nicholas, has lost the draft. He's a little bit in trouble right now in that 48 Lowe's machine. He's going to have to work his way forward with 25 going on the board here, or 22 going on the board here. And now that we've got up to speed, folks, it's been some great racing all the way around. But up front, we expect that lead pack anytime to hit pit road. 22 of 100 complete here tonight. And great racing car top side going a lap down there. Field will work their way by. Nice and clean here. So right now everybody's fighting their way through. So right now 23 of 100 laps complete. Brian Underwood right there in second. Probably just easy to ride right now. Doing a wonderful job right there in P2. Cody Deckard back here as well, having a pretty smooth run. Taking care of that race car early on here tonight. So everybody taking care of their equipment here over the first little bit. We got first car 1 lap down right now. Mr. Benjamin Shelton 1 lap down. Nicholas Post in trouble as well. There's Benjamin. Nicholas Post right now all by itself. He'd be the next car to go 1 down. Russell is out of this event in the 11 machine. But up front, the number 9 Lawrence leads the way. 25, first quarter of this race going to be in the books when the field goes by this time by. So again, 25 of 100 complete this time by. 25 of 100 laps complete. There is Lawrence Brian Underwood there in second. One about Clint Robertson third. Great run for him as well early on in this race. Man, been some just great racing overall over the first half of this race right now as we complete lap 25 of 100 here tonight. So right now everybody fighting their way through 25 on the board. Let's take a look at Paris back here riding along. That is Tristan Paris riding along back here in the Home Depot number 10 machine. Shades of Tony Stewart with that number 10. So lap number 26 on the board here. Lawrence leading the way, still out front. 26 going on the board this time by. Outside lane kind of coming back together. Clint leading that top side right now. Clint doing a good job leading the top around here at Daytona right now. With the 24 machine back there on the bottom of Skylar Grissom trying to inch his way forward. 27 of 100 on the board this time by. Roberts top side right now, 27 on the board. Jim there as well. Jim right there hanging on as well, 27 on the board this time by. So right now, 2,700 laps complete. Cody Decker right there in that number 97 machine. Having a great run as well here on Extreme Sim TV's coverage of the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series. Right now, everybody back to the bottom of the racetrack. So 28 on the board this time by, but it's Lawrence out in front. Still holding off Clint and everybody else. Andrew back here as well. We did have a big incident back on lap number 2 out of turn number 4. And that really set the stage for this race so far. Clint Roberts right there hanging on as well. Let's take a look at Clint right there in P2. The driver of the 87 machine right now. So there you go, everybody working their way through that 87 of Clint, still stuck on the top side. That 77-9 combo on the bottom of Underwood and Lawrence doing a great job of dominating the front right now as we come up on about 30 laps complete of this event here at Daytona. If they can go to 35, that would put us, let's see, 35 and 35 would put them at lap 70. For their final stop, so that would put them in that window of a 2-stop race if they can go to 35 here tonight. And right now, everybody hanging on down the back straightaway. Big move top side to 77, stepping out. Brian Underwood looking to go lead a lap here tonight. He's got help with the 87 behind him of Clint. Those two lanes now going to come back tight once again as they run double file off of turn number 4. 30 on the board this time by. 30 on the board of 100 this time by. Field working their way through. And everybody will figure it out here. 30 of 100 complete here tonight. So right now, everybody working their way through. 24 drop into the apron. We haven't really seen green flag stop start yet. Pretty soon we will. Again, if they can make it to 35, it would make us a 2-stop race. Coming to 31 this time by. And you got to keep in mind, we did have a few laps under caution with that lap 2 incident as well. That probably will play into the fuel mileage of this first run just a little bit here as the field continues to run right now. Double file up front, 31 to 100 complete here tonight. $31 of 100 in the books right now. Great battle up front, 31 to 100 complete. Looking for green, the flag stops. The 9 Brian Underwood alongside the 9 Lawrence. Underwood back to the top, Lawrence back to the front. Great battle up front right now between these two drivers. So right now, everybody fights their way through right now. 32 to 100 complete. Cody Deckard right now. You see Cody Deckard right there in that number 97 machine. Back of the pack a little bit further back right now. 32 to 100 complete this time by. So right now as we fight our way through, 33 on the board this time by. Lawrence still leading here tonight as we close towards green flag stops. Lawrence will be the first car down pit road. $34 of 100 laps complete this time by. And so right now, 34 of 100 laps complete this time by. So 34 on the board this time by. So right now, 34 of 100 laps complete. We'll roll through this time by. Great run here. 34 on the board, top side. There comes Underwood with a little bit of help from Clint. This car is going to hang on again. Looking to close in on the first round of stops here at Daytona. Again, 100 laps here tonight, or 250 miles your distance. Everybody's starting to break apart. This is a good sign. They may be coming to pit road this time by. Everybody working their way to the bottom here. And you got to be so careful getting on the brakes when you come down. Taking a look here. Clint right there. Nobody taking it yet. Starting to work their way in the line to come to pit road here in the next few laps. Everybody getting single file. There's Cody Decker right there. Up front, though, is still going to be Brian Underwood. Brian now your race leader in the 77 machine. Lawrence has led a ton of laps here tonight as well. So Brian Underwood still leading right now. Everybody else behind him, Cody Deckard back here in the 97 machine as well. There we go, starting to get some movement up in the front pack. 36 on the board this time by. Oh, 3 wide up front. Look at this. The 77 got pinched in a sucker hole there. He'll drop back. Now still 3 wide for P3 on the board right now. They'll get it worked out. Great job by these drivers not to wind up in a pile there as they got stuck 3 wide momentarily. They'll get it figured back out. 37 on the board. Underwood leading right now at Daytona. Nearly some contact with the 87 there. And the 9 of Lawrence. But that will help. That 87 of Clint will jump to the front of the field here. Great job by Clint Roberts. Up at the front right now. Great racing overall up front at the moment. See Clint leading the way right now. Everybody working their way through 37 of 100 laps complete here at Daytona. 37 of 100 laps complete here at the Daytona International Speedway. Double file up front between the 77 and 9 machines. Again, 37 of 100 laps complete here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. So 37 of 100 laps complete here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. The field still working their way by. 63 to go here. As the 87 leads here tonight. Great racing right now here on Extreme Sim TV's coverage of the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series. 38 to 100 on the board here tonight. See Clint right there in the 87. Good run for him. Great run for Clint. 8:39 on the board. So that's the way they run right now here at the Daytona International Speedway tonight. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Kind of a little glitch there. Whoa. So you see it right now, 77 up front right now, the 9 right there with them as well. As they fight their way through. Right now, 40 on the board of 100 complete this time by. Still no real stops out of this front pack at the moment. .40 of 100 laps complete. So as we continue to work our way through, 41 on the board this time by. So 41 of 100 complete this time by. Up front, Brian Underwood continues to lead the way in that 77 camp alongside the 9 of Lawrence right now. 41 on the board this time by. Great racing up front at the moment. 41 of 100 laps complete here tonight. You see everybody working their way through here this evening. Tristan Paris back here. Again, 42 of 100 laps complete. Everybody kind of taking their time here. We're going to get ready to take a quick crank it up segment before everybody hits pit road. Looking for them to hit pit road any moment now as they work their way around here at the Daytona International Speedway. All right, back here as we got cars hitting pit road up front. That is Brian Underwood coming down with the 87 there as well. Everybody on pit road. 45 was the lap number. They were able to come down just shy of a one-stop race. So that'll put everybody back on pit road around lap 90 or so if this thing goes green. So that'd be a roughly 10 laps to go. We would see them back on pit road if this thing goes green as the cars come off pit road once again. Oh, a little bit of trouble there for the 77 camp, but they'll keep it together. As you see, this group going to come back out and get back up to speed, but that was nearly disaster there as they continue to work their way through. Again, continuing to work their way through here at the Daytona International Speedway. First round of stops here tonight for the cars. There's the 9 and the 10 getting back up to speed. Everybody will merge back on the racetrack once again. Everybody hanging on right now. 46 or 100 complete. So right now 47 on the board this time by. So 47 on the board. Everybody back up to speed once again. 47 of 100 laps complete here this evening. Whoa. Sorry about that, folks. Having issues here on the overlay. There we go. Sorry about that. 47 out of 100 complete here tonight. 3 wide right there in the middle is the 77 and the 47 there as well. The 24 stuck on the bottom right now. Great racing up front right now. 47 laps complete as we continue to run here at Daytona. I'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment as we continue to run at Daytona International Speedway. Everybody hanging on right now, and again, we'll be right back with you in a moment on Extreme Sim TV. All right, race fans, I want to take this time to thank our sponsor, GridFinder.com. GridFinder is the easiest way to find online sim racing leagues for iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Competizione, F1 2020, or Vector 2, and many more. Racing sims and games alike, you can find leagues in the UK, US, Europe, Australia, and more. Head to gridfinder.com where you will find all the leagues you see here on Extreme Sim TV, as well as many more. Alternatively, if you have a league or a community yourself and you're watching this, get yourself signed up on the site and join the other 1,000 leagues currently registered on GridFinder. Find your place on the grid. Alright, back here at Daytona International Speedway after our commercial break. You see the battle up front continuing right now. It's the 22 machine out front. Everyone else in line. Look at Bruce there as well. Andrew second, Jim back here in third, but it's Bruce leading the way in that number 22 machine. Help to his top side at 52 and 100 laps complete here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series right now. One car coming down, that will be the 22 of Bruce. Heading to pit road here, Andrew right there leading now. Lawrence will cycle back to the front with the 77 with him. Great run for him also here tonight. And again, as they all run up front, 53 of 100 laps complete here tonight. From the Daytona International Speedway, just past halfway, Andrew leads. Brian Underwood in second. See Brian right there, started fourth here tonight. Continuing to hang on up front, doing a wonderful job right now as they continue to run right at the moment. As we all find our way through, what about Andrew, Josh back here as well? Josh having a great run here tonight also. Started 18th here tonight. It's been as low as 11th. Highest as 10th. Right now, one lap down to the race leader as well. So, not going exactly as planned for him tonight. But again, sure he'll work forward there in that number 5 machine. But it's Lawrence right now leading the way in this one. Started 5th on the evening. Right now up to the race lead in that number 9 machine. Great run here tonight over the first 55 laps of this one. So the field has kind of gotten a little spread out over this run. You can see right now back here in 12th, that is Mark Morton, and he is a total of 41 seconds off that race leader back here in 7th. So again, that green flag stop really has separated this field apart, which is quite interesting, right? Post one lap down back here with this green. We've been green since lap number 2 here tonight of this event. We had that big one back on lap 2. Everything else has went so smooth for these drivers. You have not really seen the yellows that you would typically see here at Daytona here. And we're coming down to the last little bit of this race. Brian Underwood right there. Great run for Brian. Looking at him right there in second. Jim in third. Skyler in fourth. Tristan in fifth. Clint in sixth. Josh back here one lap down. Last week's Clash winner in the 5, one lap down right now. $56 to 100 laps complete. Everybody hanging on. Andrew back there all by himself, one lap down. Right now, we only have 7 cars technically on the lead lap right now. $57 laps to go for your race. 57 complete year for your race leader, followed by the 77 of Brian Underwood right now. $57 on the board. Underwood second. Jim third. Fourth Skyler. Fifth is Tristan. Right now 58 on the board this time by. What a race. Up front, 58 laps complete. So the question's got to be, will this thing go green to the end? That is going to be your question. As Lawrence is leading, putting more cars one lap down. Think about this. We now have 6 cars on the lead lap at Daytona. How often do you see this occur? 6 cars left on this lead lap right now. 58 complete. Skyler up front with Tristan. Now behind him in 5th and 4th. Lawrence out front leading. And you don't want to lose this lead pack now with the amount of cars that's on the lead lap. I mean, there's so few cars on this lead lap that it's going to be mighty hard if you lose that front pack. 59 and 100 complete here tonight. Everybody working their way through. Lawrence out front. Brian Underwood second. Jim in third right now. Fourth is Skylar Grissom. Fifth right now, Tristan Paris. And sixth, Clint Roberts and Martin Morton back there in seventh. What about Bruce there as well, having a pretty good run up here in eighth, but one lap down as of right now. We are now coming past halfway this time, or they were past halfway, coming to 40 to go. Lawrence out front, continuing to lead, with Brian Underwood showing the way behind him. Again, Lawrence started fifth here tonight, and he is just dominating right now with the race lead in that number 9 machine. .60 of 100 laps complete here tonight. The 9 leads the way. He's going to have Brian Underwood right there with Jim in second and a third. What about Skylar Grissom? Oh, Skylar Grissom's going to jump to third there for a moment. Now let's ride on board with Skylar here, as we're still very early on tonight in this one at Daytona. We still got a long way to go, folks. About 30 more minutes of racing action for these guys. And what has this turned into here tonight? Man, what a night it has been so far. And again, these guys continuing to hang on. Sorry about that if it didn't go off the caution screen immediately, or commercial break screen. But what a race. On board with Brian, Lawrence, Skylar, Tristan Paris, Jim Fawcett, Roberts, Bruce Parsons, Morton, right there. What about Sheldon, Post, Ben Cole, all up here in the mix with 62 complete. Wow, what a night it has been out of these drivers here, continuing to run 62 of 100 laps complete here tonight. Taking a look here as they come back down the back straightaway. Some of the cars that are up front here tonight. Let's take a look at our race statistics so far. 17 lead changes counted, only one caution earlier in the night when a car went around there. Again, we're 62, folks, for you guys at home into this race. Back on lap 2 we had an issue, and that was way back there. But we continue to run right now. Lawrence leading. Brian Underwood in second right now. .63 of 100 laps complete. Brian Underwood second. Jim in third right now. Single file. Skylar Grissom right there fourth. Tristan trying to make the best of it. Again, we expect them back on pit road with about 10 to go in this one. So we still got a little ways before we'll see them back on pit road. Clint Roberts right there in fifth. Morton in seventh. Bruce in eighth. Ninth, Josh. Andrew Benjamin Shelton there as well. .65 of 100 laps complete here tonight. .65 of 100 laps complete here tonight up front. That is going to be Lawrence leading the way. 65 of 100 complete here tonight. Skyler right there as well as Jim, Tristan, Clint, Mike, Martin Morton there as well. 65 laps complete. Top lane starting to try to work together again up there on the very top. Great battle right now at the front of the pack. 66 on the board this time by. So 65 of 100 laps complete here tonight. Run coming to the top side now. Battle for the race lead. Lawrence has got company on the top lane. That is the 24 and 77 of Skyler and Brian Underwood coming on the top here. Great push top lane here tonight. Those two starting to work their way back forward. '67 on the board. Lawrence up front right now. Hanging on, leading the way at the moment. Lawrence back to the front of the field, the number 9 machine. Underwood right there as well, but Lawrence back to the front. Lawrence has led 40 laps here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway out of this Daytona 250 here tonight. 67 of 100 laps complete. Jim, Skyler, Tristan, Clint Roberts, Martin Morton right there. Bruce Pearson there as well in the 22. Right now 1 lap down, but it's Martin Morton that would be in the lucky dog position should we get a caution. And again, folks, right now we have 6 cars on that lead lap at the moment. Up front, Lawrence still leads. 41 laps complete this time by. Tristan right here as well. And Jim hanging on. Skyler in 5th as well. '68 of 200 complete. 68 of 100 laps complete here tonight. Lawrence out front hanging on. A little bit of pressure behind, but Brian Underwood there as well as Jim there also. 69 of 100 laps complete this time by. $70 on the board this time by. On board we'll go with Brian Underwood this time as they roll the top side. Brian, great positioning on the top, and we've seen him back and forth all night on for this race lead between the 9, the 77, the 10, the 47, and the 24, all up here in the mix right now. Fawcett right now, Skyler, Clint Roberts, but it's Lawrence leading the way right now. See the field right now, thundering down. 70 of 100 laps complete. 70 of 100 in the books right now. You can see the field double file up front. 30 laps to go this time by here at the Daytona International Speedway. Tristan hanging on. Jim second, 4th, 5th Skyler, 6th Clint Roberts right now. As we close in on the final few laps of this race. $71 of 100 laps complete this time by. Lawrence right now as well, 71 in the books. Brian Underwood, Tristan there also, great run. What about Jim and Skyler in the mix right here as they work their way through? Right now, it will be 72 of 100 laps on the board this time by. 72 of 100 laps complete here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Up front, Lawrence leading right now here at Daytona. Folks, we're going to go crank it up one more time here from the Daytona International Speedway as we complete lap number 72 of 100 here tonight. All right, back here at Daytona International Speedway, Lawrence continuing to lead right now as we come to lap 76 of this event here tonight. So Lawrence continuing to lead right now as they work their way through. And the question has to be, has anybody got anybody for the 77 of Underwood or the 9 of Lawrence here at the end of this one here in about 25 laps? And again, pit stop should take place here at around the lap, I would imagine around lap 80 or 90. We'll start seeing them come to pit road for the second and final stop of the night. Very green flag race here tonight. The only incident we've had is very early on in this one. Again, the only incident really we've had was back at lap number 2, where a bunch of cars got wrapped up out of turn 4. Top side, here comes that 77 again. Big run from Brian Underwood. Big challenge coming here. 77 on the board, and again, just shy of 20 laps to go at Daytona. See double file right now. 77 of 100 complete here tonight. 77 of 100 laps complete here at the Daytona International Speedway. So 78 going on the board this time by Lawrence, holding serve on the bottom. The 10 there, that is Mr. Tristan Topside as well. 78 on the board of 100 here tonight. Up front, Lawrence leading, Brian Underwood in second, 78 on the board. Field continuing to work their way through. Underwood hanging on right now. .78 of 100 laps complete here. Lawrence leads. Brian in second as well. Right now out front, Tristan taking over the race lead. Look at that, the 10. 9 big move back to the top now. Lawrence, big move to the top. He's got help with him. That is going to be the 77 of Underwood. Big push to Lawrence off into 3 and 4 here. These two all over one another up front right now with 80 going on the board this time by. Great run at the top. Lawrence back to the race lead. Lawrence will not be denied here tonight as we come to 20 laps to go. Here we go. Does double file right now. 80 on the board of 100 complete here tonight. Lawrence leading the way. Brian Underwood in second. Tristan in third. .80 on the board this time by. .80 of 100 laps complete. All right, now double file. 77 of Underwood taking the top lane as well. Great run top side for Underwood this time. He's going to help from the 12. Big push coming to the top. And again, you can't really, honestly, you can't really push yet. They got that no bumping rule until 10 to go. But even at that, in these ARCA cars, you can't really do it very well either. That 77 machine stuck outside right now. Hanging on the top right at the moment. He's got help with the 12 and 24 machines. Skylar Grissom right there in fourth. Great road for him. Jim there as well as Clint Roberts hanging on also. Great racing up front as they fight their way through. And you see it right now. Single file now back through the pack. 20 on the board. Lawrence leads the way right now. Lawrence has got a challenge topside. That's Brian Underwood with help from the 12 and 24. Those two, Skylar right there in the 24, using the top lane to their advantage. Starting to move forward here a little bit with 18 laps to go. And again, folks, we should see them on pit road for their final stop around lap 90 of this event. Up front, Lawrence leading here tonight. Continuing to lead right now down the back straightaway. 18 laps to go here at Daytona for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series as we close in. 18 laps to go. And again, everybody hanging on, coming to 17 laps to go. You got Josh back here trying to fight back onto the lead lap in the number 5. That's your Clash winner from last week. 1 lap down. You know business will pick up around the end. You know, if he could get up there by Mark Morton, who's right there in front of him in that 12, that would be for the lucky dog spot. He is still not out of this thing. But, man, Lawrence has been strong all night long, continuing to lead right now down the front straightaway. What's it going to take to get by Lawrence? And that's going to be the question we have to ask ourselves here. He's been as lowest as 4th here tonight. He started 5th and right now leading. And again, folks, this has just been dominant for him out in front right now. It's just crazy how dominant he has been over the last little bit. Again, great run for him here. You take a look out of Greenville, North Carolina. This driver has dominated all evening, looking to get his first win of the year early here at Daytona. Underwood right now, top side behind him. Tristan Paris running fourth in the line. What about Jim right here as well? Jim, another one of those drivers that we've got to take a look at. A great run for him, also hanging on at the moment. There is Jim at 16 laps to go. So these guys have been fighting their way through here at the Daytona International Speedway so far. And that is the way they run. 15 laps to go as the field works their way through. Brian Underwood right now up front as well with Lawrence alongside. These cars fighting their way through, but look at this. Lawrence continuing to hold that lead with Underwood outside. Now the pack 3x3 right now in this lead pack. And we're coming to green flag stop. Should be around lap 90 of this event where we start seeing them hit pit road here, folks. Lawrence leads with 14 laps to go. Dominant performance by Lawrence here tonight in that number 9 machine so far this evening. Laps to go this time by. 14 to go this time by. Underwood second. Third is Skyler. That's your top 3 here tonight. And you see them coming up on this pack of cars in front of them. 3 wide for the lead now. Lawrence going to get shuffled to the top. He'll have to dive back on the line, working their way through some lap traffic here. This is going to get dicey. Leaders coming through lap cars at Daytona. They'll switch lanes. Underwood leads the way with Lawrence now officially in second. Both packs able to work their way through, though. No big deal. Brian and Lawrence now. Lawrence kind of trapped a few cars back in line from your race leader, Skyler Grissom. So these front leaders now separated by a couple of cars in this pack. There's Lawrence running the outside line right now in that number 9 machine. Up top of that 77 of Underwood. He'll go back to the race lead, coming to 12 to go. This is so touchy. Cars to pit road. Big time brake lock up to 48th around. Oh, the 9. Big trouble behind them. The 24 involved. That is Skyler Grissom on the entrance to pit road. Wow. Yellow is out on the racetrack. And it was the 10 and 24. You see the 48 went around. Lawrence really locked the brakes up. And then right there, entry to pit road. The 24 and 10 got in trouble. Now, I wonder if Lawrence was too fast entering. The amount of speed he carried down to pit road. Let's, again, go on board with Lawrence here for this green flag stop. He just locked the brakes up. The car never slowed down. On board again with the 9. Watch and listen. Just locks it down. Could have honestly been a lot worse. But nevertheless, we are under yellow here with 12 laps to go. Only our second caution of the night here at Daytona. This one coming after green flag stops. We got a car in trouble there under caution. That's the 72. Jim leads here, is scored as your leader. We got to get them all stacked back up. Once again, 11 laps to go. So 11 to go at Daytona here. And we'll be right back here on Extreme Sim TV as we get the lineup reset. Alrighty, back here as we get ready for a green flag restart here tonight. The 9 of Lawrence being sent around.
Hang on, we're not going.
Yeah, we've got one car on pit road. So it looks like Lawrence was trapped a lap down because Jim was the leader. That's kind of confusing here. The way that iRacing did it, we had some cars that were trapped one lap down there. However, Josh is back on the lead lap. Benjamin is one lap down in the 21. It'll be an 8-lap dash when we do get this green flag back out for these drivers, as everybody's trying to get caught up here and rewind up with just 8 to go in the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series Daytona 250. Eight to go this time by. So it's 8 to go when we get ready for the restart. As it's going to be Jim, it looks like will be your leader. Lawrence should come through to second, possibly, as we try to figure all this out. We're coming by. We should get to 1 to green this time by. Lawrence should be P2. Underwood should be P3. Skyler somehow comes out of this with P4. Tristan as well, P5. Clint Roberts will be P6. P7 goes to Mark. He is going to be at the tail end of the lead lap in the 12. So Lawrence there in the 9 will have a couple of lap cars restarting in front of him for this restart with 7 to go. The 5 there of Josh will be on the lead lap, but he'll be just in front of the leader. So he's going to need another caution to get back in this one. Brian Underwood with Skyler right there as well as we come to the end of this one.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And there we go. They're going to delay the green again. And I think they're probably going to send the 5-12 around the pace car. There we go. They're going to start sending these guys by the pace car. The 12 and the 5 will get the 1 to green once again, this time by. As we still try to stack them up. Yes, we had a caution there during green flag stops. And that always presents an issue for timing and scoring and how you want to handle it. Now I believe they're going to send the 12 and the 5 on as well. I do believe would be the way that this would go. The 12 and 5 would go on. There goes the 12. The 5 will get waved around. There we go. Now it comes to 7 to go. Lights will go back out on the pace car, so it'll be a 6-lap dash by the time we get them sorted here after running 6 laps of caution trying to get this sorted out. So we shall see here. 6 laps to go this time by. Lawrence will be your leader. Underwood and Grissom, Tristan, your top 4, and Clint in 5th. So 6 laps to go this time by. Lawrence will be your restart leader with 6 to go. Again, the bump drafting rule is lifted now in under 10 laps to go for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series at Daytona. Lawrence, Brian Underwood, Skyler Grissom, your top 3 for this restart. Tristan Paris, officially 4th, but he's going to be trapped behind some lap down vehicles, including Deckard, who is a lap down. They've still not got this completely lined out, but I think they're going to let him go this time by. So here we go. Lawrence will lead. 2 green here tonight. Green in the air. We're back underway. Lawrence leads us down. So once again, back underway at Daytona. Underwood 2nd. 6 laps to go. Grissom in 3rd. Everybody getting back single file up front. Tristan Paris trying to work his way through the lap traffic. What about Josh back here in the 5? He's got a long way to go. He's officially scored in 8th right now. Or 7th right now, but he is trapped behind lap down traffic. Underwood and Lawrence going to get clear here down the back straightaway. Grissom 3rd. 4th is Newman. Or excuse me, Tristan. Clint is 5th. Mark in the 12 is 6th. We try to piece together where everybody's running here. A lot of lap down traffic in the mix. 5 laps to go for Lawrence. So if he can keep that machine, he doesn't care as long as he can keep that machine up front. Coming to 4 laps to go, but Tristan, big move top of the racetrack. Here comes the run from the 10. He's got help with him and Clint. 4 laps to go. Tristan on coming to 4 to go. Tristan on the top side with Clint. Great run. Those two going to work together. They got a 3rd car now to the outside lane. Here comes Skyler in the 24. He'll work the bottom. 4 laps to go, this time at Daytona. 4 laps to go. Field working their way through the tri-oval once again. Lawrence out front. 4 laps to go at Daytona International Speedway. Field up front, hanging on right now. Coming to 3 laps to go. Tristan right now in line with Brian Underwood there as well. 3 laps to go. This time by up front, Lawrence and Tristan fighting their way through. 3 laps to go this time by for the field. Who is it going to be here at Daytona International Speedway? Crossing the stripe, Lawrence leads this time by 3 laps to go. Three laps to go for Lawrence out front. Right now behind him, Tristan Paris trying to hang on to 77 of Brian Underwood right there as well. Underwood going to pick a little bit of a lane right now as they work their way down the back. Great racing up front right now. 3 laps to go. Field hanging on. What about Underwood? Roberts there as well. At 87 machine. 2 laps to go. Lawrence out front. Looking to lead 2 more. Tristan Paris. Top side, we got lap traffic. Underwood right there in the 77. Fights through Tristan. Sliding back now. The 77-9 bit up front all evening long. Oh, big block coming. Nothing there. Halfway down the back straightaway now. 77 machine to the lead. No. The 9 in the grass. They gather it up now, reckon again in 3 and 4. This is going to be a caution, and there it is. We will have a green-white checkered attempt, and Lawrence, after so many, after so long out front, wow. There it is, caution is out. We will have a green and white checkered attempt. Lawrence is not happy right now. It was down the back straight away. Let's see if we can get another view of this. Wow. He goes up, tries to block that maneuver from the 77. The 10 is pushing on that 77's back bumper, and it just doesn't work. Tristan ends up in the fence. The 9 in the fence right now, and that will bring the caution back out. Lawrence, after leading so much of this race, has to be devastated right now. On board with Lawrence here, and this is he's gonna try to get up. I couldn't block. Now he's gonna go top, and then wow, he just had no warning of anything. You see it down into 3 and 4. He's just in trouble. Let's go on board with the 10 here, because I think Tristan's you're gonna see the wow, the bump just went wrong. Wow. And right here, back up the racetrack. Yeah. One more look at it here. I don't see the 77 comes up. And it's a pretty big block. Yeah, wow. And that just triggered this chain reaction of cars wrecking. So we're under caution again. Now, the 5 is going to come through the 4th. That is your clash winner of Josh, coming through the 4th here in the closing stages. So this is going to be good for Josh. Everybody else, not so much, but what has been a hectic evening at Daytona. We've had 2 major incidents, one on lap 2 and just then there as well, another incident there up at the front of the pack, and we do get 1 attempt at a green white checkered. We've seen the clash end under caution last week. Hopefully we get a finish to this one as we get ready for a restart. Let's take a look at Josh's night, though. What a night it's been. Started 18th. He's been as low. He started 18th here tonight. He's been up as high as 6th. Now I'm running at 4th. So Josh not having the... It's going to be interesting. As we come to green, one attempt at a green white checkered. Josh will be 4th. Clint Roberts. So what about Clint tonight? Taking over the lead. Yeah, Clint right there. Taking over the lead here. The Clint up front, the 12 top side as well. Mark Morton started 10th here tonight. What about Tristan Paris? Tristan, another one of those guys that's had a heck of a night so far. Jim back there on pit road. Disappointing for Jim. Brian Underwood in 4th. Lawrence in 5th right now. We will get ready for another restart here tonight. Chris out in front. Here we go. So who's it going to be to bring it to victory lane here tonight? That is going to be your question. 3 laps to go this time by. Green, white, checkered attempt. And we're not going green. They're going to wave off the restart here. We'll get ready to go at it again. The lights will go back off. So we'll have another lap before we go get back green. And you know the pressure's building now. Every time we go by a lap for these drivers, especially up front. See Lawrence back here in 6th. He's going to have to really work hard to get back to the front after basically dominating this race. Let's go take a look at where he is at. Back here in the 9. Josh has had a great night. Bruce back here in the 22. What about Bruce right now as well? Michael Bustle back here 1 lap down. Bruce right there. There's so many guys. Been such a weird race here at Daytona tonight. And we're going to get ready to go back green here with 2 laps to go in our season opener. Again, next flag ends this one at Daytona tonight. Clint with a perfect opportunity. He'll restart from the race lead. Two laps to go here from the Daytona International Speedway. So the one and only green white checkered attempt field behind the pace car. Here we go. Green, green, green. We are underway. 2 lap dash to the end at Daytona. 87 leads. Great restart there for him. Clint leading the way right now. Field behind him. Nothing doing as far as a challenge just yet. Here comes the 10. There is the 10 of Newman now trying to work his way through. Or the 10 of Tristan trying to work his way through. A little bit of contact. Tristan sideways. Him and the 87 both off the racetrack, but they will stay green. Clint down to the inside of pit wall. Now we go to Morton right there as well. He is back out in front of this field. There is the 77 P2 of Brian Underwood. Coming to 1 lap to go this time by. Here we go. 1 to go now. Who is going to get back around? The 12 leading. Morton leading the way now. White flag, 1 to go. Underwood, big move topside. He's got Tristan with him. They'll make the move. Here comes the 5 as well. There is last week's Clash winner. The 77 of Brian Underwood topside. The 12 bottom of Mark Morton. The 24 way outside now. 3 wide down the back. And look at Tristan, big move topside. Trouble. Back straightaway. They're all going to be wrecking. Into turn 4. Tristan is going to come through it. The 24 machine of Skylar is going to get through it to the race lead. Big problems back straightaway. And it's going to let the 24 machine come through. Checkered flag is out. And Skylar Grissom gets it done tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Lawrence comes home second. And we still got cars trying to recover down the back straightaway here to get to the start-finish line. Heavy damage on the 12. Underwood, big-time damage on that car. The 21 is toast. Wow. We'll take a look at the incident down the back that last time by. As they were all racing for the checkered flag, they were 3 wide. The 12 gets hooked up the racetrack into the 5. And just everyone piles in. And there you have it. Somehow Skylar Grissom was able to survive here tonight to get the win in the Daytona 250. Started 13th here. Coming home in victory lane here tonight. What a job Skylar did. Wow. Skylar Grissom picking up the win at Daytona here tonight in that 24 DuPont machine. Oh, now he totaled the car, but you know. Wow. So let's see if we can get Skylar down here. And see if we get Mr. Scribe. Wow. What a night. What a night, Skylar Grissom. Hey, Skylar, it's Matt in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
That may have been the weirdest Daytona race that I've ever broadcasted in my life.
Wild one right there at the end, especially.
Yeah, not only the wrecks, man, but y'all ran a lot of green flag here tonight and really got spaced out, had a ton of cars a lap down. Did you even think you had a shot at this one?
Not until we had those yellows. I figured Lawrence and his teammate Allen would probably work together and defend for the win. So I think the caution really helped.
Well, man, like I said, that may have been one of the weirdest races at Daytona I have ever seen.
Oh yeah, it was. Anytime there's late yellows like that, it's gonna definitely be crazy.
Well, you did a great job, my man. You held on to it the whole time. You know, great way to start the season with a win like this. The momentum that you got going to the rest of the year has to be awesome.
For sure. I feel like the season really starts next week at Atlanta, but it's always good to pick up a win, especially here at Daytona, where it's really all about luck.
Well, yeah, I agree. You know, Daytona, you know, we go off next week to Atlanta, but Daytona is kind of a beast of its own, right? I mean, it's not, it is a race, but it's not, and it's so hard to judge what you got for the rest of the year coming off Daytona.
For sure. You'll really see the cream rise to the top probably next week at Atlanta. The good guys there, good each week.
Well, man, you did a wonderful job here tonight. Again, congratulations on the win, Skylar. Anybody you would like to thank, buddy?
Real big thanks to my teammate there, Josh Goodwin in the 5, for pushing me to that win there. I said we're going 3 wide, and he went with me.
Well, he definitely did, and it worked out, didn't it, bud?
Yeah, we're sitting here in victory lane now talking to you, so.
Well, I tell you what, it was a heck of a finish, buddy. Wrecking all the way around. But you come home with the win here tonight, brother. Congratulations. And we'll get ready to see you at Atlanta next week.
For sure, I appreciate it, Matt, and thank you for broadcasting, and a big shout out to all the sponsors that broadcast the league, and all the drivers that race. The league wouldn't be nothing without you guys.
10-4 on that, Skyward. Well, again, congratulations. Enjoy the win tonight, brother, and we'll see you next week in Atlanta, buddy.
Yes, sir. See you there.
Skyward Grissom coming home with the win. Oh, man, what a night it was. We'll get ready to grab P2 in just a moment. Lawrence somehow coming home second. Has to be heartbreak for this driver. Lawrence in the number 9 machine. We'll see if we can get a hold of him here. Oh, man, has to be heartbreak. Hey, Lawrence, Matt in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, buddy, you come home second, but you kind of have to be heartbroken. You led so many laps here tonight, man.
I did. I am. Should have won that race. The questionable caution getting thrown on that last green flag pit stop. And then obviously the last lap in turn 3 or out of turn 2 nonsense there. I had no idea my run was that big. I had no idea that Brian was going to be that slow when I got to him. As soon as I realized he was coming back to me as quick as he was, I got up out of the gas, but it just wasn't enough. I've been preaching the whole time that we've been here. The last 2 weeks, both in the Discord and in practice and stuff, when they talk about bumping, I say don't bump. It's not a good idea in these cars, and you see why. However, we're leading there after that last restart, and that 10 car got a big run, and the 77 went up to block it, and he didn't do anything to stop it either. So yeah, I junked the field, and I apologize to all those guys that had good runs, but there was a lot of questionable stuff going on out there tonight behind me, and around me. I'm about ready to throw my wheel out the window, having gotten wrecked in the last 10 laps of 2 Daytona races in a row. So I just kind of threw caution to the wind, and things worked out in my favor that I was able to drive it home second tonight behind Skyler. Really happy for him, man. I know he went a long time in the first couple seasons of this league without winning one, so it's good to see him get that one under his belt early. But yeah.
Yeah, you talk about the incident down the back straightaway. The 10 got in the back of the car there, and like you said, the problem with these cars is, a couple of builds ago, you could bump draft with these things. Probably a year ago now at least, since they've updated it. But now with this new damage model and everything, there's really no way you can.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. These cars just don't line up right. They don't. That's why, these guys, we're trying to push, but the guys that were up front all race, myself, Brian, Jim Foskett, shout out to him. He had a great run tonight. And a couple other guys, the reason we stayed so clean for so long is because we'd get right up to that bubble and just push the bubble. When I was behind Brian, the few times that I was, never touched him. I got a couple little taps here and there, and that's not really going to upset the car, but when I'm going 10 miles an hour faster than Brian coming off into 3 there, and you get on a guy's bumper, it's going to turn him. And I'm going to catch flack for it, and I'm going to have to take my medicine, whatever discipline Skyler decides to hand out, I'm going to take it. But we're on the last lap at Daytona. It's time to go. I don't lead. What was it? I don't know if you have the stat up there, but I 70 some odd laps tonight.
By my count,
another really good percentage. I said it last week, to finish second, to finish fifth. I'm not there for that. I'm here to win.
By my count,
and I should have won. And a lot of the guys there are pissed at me, and that's fine. I'll be the Kyle Busch of this league if I have to. But a lot of them know deep down that 9 car was the best car out there tonight.
10-4, and by my count, it was 67 by my count. And
Yeah.
that might be short a few, actually, even.
Well, you get the little, when the outside gets the run off of 4,
Yeah.
and I was up front the entire run.
Yeah.
2 green flag pit stops. I managed to pass guys getting down pit road better. First pit stop, I slid my box, so that's my own fault. But the second pit stop was perfect, and the yellow flag comes out before I hit my box, and the track's clear.
Well, the good thing is you don't have to deal with Daytona anymore.
Oh, we'll be back here, and we go to Talladega in this series as well. So nothing's going to change. That 9 car is going to be up front. It's always going to be. Atlanta next week, mile and a halfs are as good as I am at super speedway racing. I'd like to think the mile and a halfs are a bit my bread and butter. Going to have to get some practice in. Haven't driven this car there in a long time, but we're not going to be strangers here, man. I'm going to be talking to you a lot of Saturday nights about this time.
10-4, man. Well, I got a question for you. How long have you been watching NASCAR?
Oh God, I think my earliest NASCAR memory is February 11th, 2001, or whatever day it was, 18th, 2001. Seeing the 3 car hit the wall, and I've been off and on ever since. But I've been gotten really back into it in the last 3 or 4 years.
So you were around for the Gen 4 package, the tail end of Gen 4.
Yeah, I've been around for that. Yeah.
So again, this car is basically the Generation 4 Cup car.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go watch back then, you couldn't. What the fans see as Daytona and Talladega nowadays is not what Daytona and Talladega used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that we get back to what we've seen tonight with the next gen car coming up, right? Because you shouldn't be able to lock bumpers. Let's be realistic here. I don't care at 200 miles an hour, you shouldn't be able to do that.
No, this car is how the car should drive, in my opinion. You can push a guy. Pushing a guy does not entail locking up and tandeming, slam 3/10 out on the rest of the field, like you do in the modern day Cup car, or even the B car, the Xfinity car. The way they have the model in iRacing set up, obviously not like that in the real world, but in iRacing you see these guys in the Xfinity car and they are hooked up and shoving until the motor's about to blow. But this is honest to God super speedway racing. The fact that me and Brian Underwood, who should have finished better than 8th tonight, and it's my fault that he didn't, put on a show. I like to think we put on a heck of a show for you guys. He got a little tired of staring at the back bumper, and we went out there and battled, and that's what it's about. But again, I apologize to everybody that got wadded up in that last wreck. It is what it is. Shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. But here we are.
Man. Well, I'll holler at you later, hopefully next week, man. If you don't care, stick around after the race, because I need to talk to you about a few other things on the broadcast side anyway.
Yeah, I'll hang around. Just quick shout-outs real fast. The boys at High Side. Again, Alan Wilson, my teammate, did an awesome job for me. He was a couple laps down, but he stayed in that thing and kept me out front all night, so big shout-out to him. Bumper Thumper Traction Compound, RacetoolsDirect.com, Competition Auto Body, the B&K Hot Dog Stand. Alan will get a smile out of that one. And then, of course, Skyler for putting on a show. Congrats on the win, buddy. My wife, Sydney, who puts up with all my sim racing and all that nonsense. My now 4-month-old daughter, Haley. And everybody out there watching. And you, Matt. Last but not least, you for putting on a great broadcast. I always like listening to the commentary in the background while we're running.
10-4, man. Well, again, great run here tonight, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's get Andrew up here. Hey, Andrew, buddy, it's Matt in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey.
All righty, man. P3 here tonight. How was your run tonight? What do you think about the way that race went down at the end, man?
Yeah, I don't know. My strategy changed a bunch of times. So I was kind of playing it safe, and then I got pretty far behind, and then I was going to be good on gas. And I don't know if everybody else was. And a bunch of cautions came out, and that big one at the end, I saw a bunch of cars up top, and I turned left and hoped for the best. And next thing you know, I was in third. So, yeah, it was a good time.
Good top 3 finish for you here tonight, man. Great run, actually. Yeah, great top 3 finish, great run, great job working your way through the craziness at the end. And again, a great top 3 to start the year.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised after being so far behind a good chunk of the race at the beginning.
Well, man, you did a wonderful job coming through. What do you think this is going to mean going towards Atlanta and going on with this season as far as we continue on after Daytona?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty decent with tire management, so I hope that comes into play quite a bit. And yeah, I don't know. Kind of just starting off in iRacing, so to see how it goes.
10-4, man. Well, you did a great 10-4, buddy. You did a great job here tonight. Congratulations on the third place finish here tonight, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, man. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, I guess my sponsor is Thrustmaster, but yeah, Thrustmaster, I guess. Never done one of these before.
10-4, man. It's all good, buddy. Well, again, congratulations coming home third here tonight, man. Great run here, Andrew.
Yep, thanks.
All right, Andrew P3 here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Well, folks, it's going to put round number 1 in the books. And again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors here. Grid Finder, along with... dang on, everything's freezing up on me trying to get this done. Warrior Wraps as well. Just a wonderful night here. And again, we'll do our ad reads here in just a moment. I'm going to have to throw you over the whole screen, unfortunately. And then I'll bring you back because everything's wanting to freeze on me at the very end. Of course it would, right? You get through the broadcast, you think, oh, everything's peachy. And that's when it wants to freeze on you. So, it happens. What is my opinion of the night? Well, probably one of the craziest Daytona races I've had the pleasure to call here on the channel. It was definitely something different here for each and everybody involved here at Daytona tonight. It was not your standard race at all. I think the car package, everything worked perfectly for these guys. And as we move forward to Atlanta, I think we're going to see a new host of contenders and whatnot when we do get to Atlanta next week. But again, as I said here with you guys at the end of another one, again, big thank you to Grid Finder. Again, Grid Finder is the home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every sim, every day of the week. Across the globe, browse through over 1,000 leagues on iRacing instead, of course, the ACC, R-Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. And again, if you're looking for a broadcaster like myself or someone else, check it out. They've got those as well to get your league broadcasted. And if you're looking for a new livery, you can find you someone to paint it on Grid Finder. Again, find your place on the grid. Has all this talent in one place. A big shout out to Future Designs, the builder's choice. Next Level Racing, take your racing to the next level. And Warrior Wraps, looking to stand out on the track. Check out Warrior Wraps for your custom paints, logos. We pride ourselves on excellent customer service, and they have 4 painters on staff, so you're always going to get a quick turnaround over at Warrior Wraps. Again, thank you guys for coming out. This has been Extreme Sim TV's coverage of the Daytona 250 to open up the year for the WOCRL Stars and Stripes Series. Again, folks, we'll be back here next week in Atlanta for round number 2.